what's up everybody? Nice to be back and welcome back to the channel. So we finally have a new trailer for the Krypton series that is going to premiere in March 21st to be exact, on Syfy. And if you guys have been watching my videos pretty regularly, then you probably remember me mentioning this show a few times because I'm really looking forward to it. And probably also know that I'm a Superman fan, so I think it's going to be really cool to see a prequel type of show for Superman and the Kryptonian mythology, and you know, really going into an area that we don't really see much of in books, in movies and TV shows. Really, even in the comic books, there's not a really deep story about Krypton besides just the basic stuff that we all kind of know about it, that they have included in TV shows and movies, but not a whole thing just centered on Krypton. So I'm really excited for it. And last year when they dropped the first kind of like little teaser trailer for it, which was pretty short, there wasn't really much after that we heard or saw about it. And it was originally going to come out in 2017, but then like the year kind of kept going on and nothing was really coming out about it. A release date, more trailers, nothing like that. So just a few weeks ago, or a month ago, something like that, pretty recently, I made a video about it too. They finally released the premiere date, which is March 21st on Syfy, and so now there's a trailer. And I guess the reason that there hadn't been any more trailers after the one from last year was because they were changing and reshooting stuff for the episodes, and so that's why they like pulled their trailers and everything from YouTube. Like you couldn't really find trailers and stuff. I think there's one that's like still online on YouTube and stuff, but it's different from this one. It's totally different, and it still says 2017 on it, so you know, it's pretty obvious that that was changed. But I guess they were changing stuff, and so that's why there wasn't really any more promo, anything about it really. So I don't know what exactly they were changing, but you know, they wanted to change some stuff, I guess, and they pushed it back, which I guess is better than trying to change these things and rush to release it, you know. So they released this trailer about 2 days ago, and then also the Twitter account for the Krypton show, there's some tweets on there from things that were said by David S. Goyer, who is writing the show, who also wrote Man of Steel and Batman vs. Superman. And, sorry, I have like a popcorn thing up here. It's bothering me. And then also some stuff said by Jeff Johns, who of course will be working on the show as well. And from the head showrunner, Cam Welsh, and the lead role, who will be played by Cameron Cuff. And they're just, I'll share the tweets. I'm not going to read them verbatim, but I just kind of want to just summarize them a little bit. And they're kind of just giving an idea of what we can expect for the show and what they're excited to be working on, as far as the material and stuff like that. So as I was kind of saying, they're talking about how it's like a lot of uncharted territory and things that we haven't really seen much of that they can play with in this show. So that gives them a lot of creative liberties and, you know, a lot of rich content that they can bring from the comics. And one of the tweets says that they're bringing stuff from stuff that was written, you know, 50 years ago, stuff in the 50s. I think it says stuff in the 50s or 50 years ago. It says one of those two things. And stuff that was written just a few months ago, you know. So they're bringing a lot of stories and things from the comics, not just recent stuff and not just old stuff, but both, and doing their own version of Doomsday. And I think before in an interview they said that they'll have, you know, a version of Zod and Brainiac and these characters that we are familiar with, but not familiar with being on Krypton, or we're familiar with them being on Earth, and we know they're Kryptonian characters, but they're here on Earth because Superman is here, and we're used to seeing them with a present day Superman character, not a, you know, ancestral Kryptonian race. So it'll be really interesting to see what stories they go with when doing those characters, and if they're gonna have Kandor, which is the city where Zod is from, and you know, it's just gonna be really cool to see what like Easter eggs and things they throw in there that we know about from what we know about the Superman history and stuff like that, and if they're gonna drop any names that we know and stuff, like making foreshadowing references and stuff. So but it will be following the grandfather of Kal-El, which of course his last name is El, but I can't remember the first name. So Jor-El's father, and the House of El, and one of the... Did you drop popcorn? One of the tweets also mentions exploring the history and the story behind the S symbol, which of course on Krypton we learned in Man of Steel that it's not an S, it means hope, but it's the like a family crest for the House of El. And in Man of Steel they also gave us more knowledge, I guess you could say, insight into that all of these houses and all of these families and stuff on Krypton, they have their own symbols, their own family crests. And you notice on Zod's suit and Fiora's suit, they all have their own. And of course, Jor-El, Superman's dad, has the same S on his suit that Superman does. So it's cool to see certain things that are kind of reminiscent of Man of Steel, such as the little, what is it called? Like that key thing. I always forget what it's called. The thing that, you know, Clark has in Man of Steel, and they show in this trailer also the little key that they insert into the command thing for the ship. And so it's really cool to see those things that we've seen already in movies and stuff. And the quality of this show looks like it's going to be very, like a high quality show. Like it doesn't look like it doesn't look like a low budget type of show that's like really cheesy looking and they just look like cosplay, and you know, looks like the set pieces are going to be really cool. And so I'm happy to see that it looks like it's going to be a really well designed show, like visually, and yeah, it looks like it's going to be a high quality show. Like it has high quality well, visuals, like I was saying. So I'm excited to see that. Looks like it's going to be something different from what we've seen on the CW DC shows. It looks like it's going to be a little bit more mature, and not that they're immature, but like I think just the level of acting, and I think it's just going to be more, I don't know what the word is. I don't want to say better, but just more serious than like Supergirl, you know? Like I just think it's going to be different tonally than like Supergirl. So I'm really looking forward to it. And someone's grouchy. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. Are you looking forward to it? What do you think about the trailer? And so let me know, and check out the links in the description. And thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.